not enough people kind of just talk about how hard this shit is.
We have a limited amount of energy that we get every day. And that's not always at 100% from the day before. Because at the end of the day, our battery is only as recharged as our current moment in time, right? Hopefully someone sees this and makes a better decision tomorrow according to where they're putting that money in the piggy bank, where they're investing their time and their energy. So, energy. Welcome to episode 2. We've chosen a name, Common Running. Episode 2 will all be about the logo. Last time you saw this video, we weren't even with the drapes or sheeps or whatever, the sheets or whatever you want to call it, and I meant to clean, and I've just been so busy I haven't had a chance to. So I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'm going to clean a little bit, organize, and this is the lab.
Dude.
Okay. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you too. So, welcome to my guinea pig. I am lifetime building a brand for a running club in Lancaster.
Mm-hmm. And the thing that I actually think makes this feel more human is the kind of irreverence and the low fidelity of it a little bit. If you can build a visual language for the brand that feels accessible and less feels like a brand I have to adopt and kind of associate with, the more it's going to feel homegrown. What do you want the name to evoke?
I want to take the punk rock feeling from going to concerts as a kid where you looked over and you're like, you got somebody from Hot Topic, but then you have a guy wearing girl jeans with like a Surfer Hollister shirt on, and it's like, you belong here.
Let's talk my language.
Right?
Yeah, like just call this thing mosh pit.
Like,
be done.
There's a low-hanging fruit, just common meaning, like breaking down a barrier for entry.
Yeah.
Come as you are. If you've got like fluorescent running gear and you want to be serious, come. If you've got tattered gym shorts that you've had since '95 gym class,
yes,
come in those too. But then you also have even just the next like very easy extension of that. We have one thing in common. Like when you're talking about shows, I say this all the time. I go to concerts all the time because there's one immediate, very shallow thing that I have in common with the guy next to me. He's got 10 kids. I've got none. I got cats at home, but we love this artist. So having something in common is a root for really easy relationship.
We always talk about how brands are built from the inside out. They're built with people like you, passionate founder who literally embodies the values of the organization, but they're understood and felt from the outside in.
I think there's a balance to be found of like, we're here for everything except the running. Fitness has a way of motivating people to care about the activity itself. You have people who are like really good, fast, can qualify for whatever marathon, who are as much a part of it as the person who's there for the first time. But those two shouldn't feel like different. Like the slow guy should be at the marathon. Like that's my guy. Like that's our guy.
And so with the name being Common, the kind of background behind it is Common is a run club that is a place for people like you.
What do you want the name to evoke?
Warmth, but more importantly, I want them to feel safe in the space to say whatever you want, because I'm not judging you for shit. I'm the person that doesn't care what anybody believes or what they want to do. As long as you're just not hurting anyone and you're welcoming everybody, we're good. The come as you are mentality, but the reason we are here is to run together. Right?
Yeah.
Quick minute to cool down. 10.5 miles. The workout's on the screen right here from Peloton. Coffee, shower, kids to school, kids up, all that, and then into the day. Before even getting into the logo, because we're talking about the logo and the logo is very important, what does it feel like? Because the logo technically is going to describe the feeling that you want to portray to people taking part. The logo is technically going to be the first thing people see, but then it actually is the top of the funnel that leads down to the ethos of the brand, what it stands for, why you chose that name, what you're trying to kind of convey to anybody watching it. So I'm going to be working on a mood board. Jake is going to be over here kind of starting the initial, very basic what's in his mind for the word common and what we've kind of talked about on phone conversations and that. And so we're just going to kind of be shooting the shit back and forth with each other and building it real time. I'm really leaning towards the lowercase of the entire thing because I think it does bring a softness to it. And like you were just kind of saying, like, it really does eliminate that instant, like, you know what I mean? Like you start to look through books and you're like, this is all caps, right? I love this New Balance understatedness to it right here. I mean, I can zoom in on it, you know? I love the understated aspect to this. So I want common, when people see common, I want them to be like, common. That's it. I would love to like just find a subtle font, maybe try the swivel, like you were saying in terms of common, like COMMON. Like I think that's kind of a cool play, but like eventually we just want an understated, simplistic logo. Because if it can stand alone on a t-shirt, it'll stand.
I'm sure a majority of people at this point kind of like identify with what I'm feeling at this moment, where it's late at night and you've had a long day. You know, you wake up early to get a quiet couple hours for yourself before the kids wake up. Go to work all day. After you're done working all day, you kind of come home and then you're serving your kids and taking care of them, and then you kind of finally put them to bed, and then you're like, oh wow, I didn't send that email, I didn't get that thing out. If I don't do that tonight right now, then I'm never going to get that email or that proposal or that estimate out. So you end up working more. Not enough people kind of just talk about how hard this shit is. Life in general, whether it's with kids, without kids, making enough money, not making enough money, loving your job, hating your job, spouses, partners, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it is. I don't know. It's like this never-ending balance where you're like, oh, be present, be here now, be here for your family, love your kids, make more money, and like all this different stuff you have to do. But we all are running so freaking hard and so freaking fast, and I think that it's so important to actually have like authentic, real people to kind of talk to about this shit. And that's why this is something that I'm so passionate about, where I've had a couple people reach out to me via email, or close friends of mine been like, dude, like this is great, this is something you have to do, because it's not there right now. It's not existent in our area for people like you, for me, whatever that is. And I think it's so incredibly important for people to let down this guise of how easy life is and actually realize that it's okay to struggle, because we're all struggling to some extent. And being present in a moment and doing something positive for yourself, like a run for an hour, or with your kids in a stroller, or being able to step away from your spouse or your family and have people that you rely on for a little bit of foundation, or the ability to vent and know that if you don't show up, they're going to wonder where you are, and have that kind of like accountability factor. That's not a paid coach or trainer or employees or colleagues. Like, these are just people that want to be there for the same reasons you are, and same reasons I am, right? Same reason I want to be able to talk to people over a cup of coffee and converse with them and kind of like bitch about the day sometimes, right? And I think everybody needs that. Good night.